So guys, so I'm just about 5-10 minutes now and the rain's come back on again. You can probably hear it on the top of the tin roof there, but I'm just going to give it some sort of what I've got now, another 20 minutes, see where we get on this sort of, I'd say this is light to moderate rain. I'll test it again in the heavier downpour, but this is pretty, you know, reasonable, good test. I like this coat, I like the cut of it. It's sort of sort of tailored. I like the look of it. It's got two pockets here, two button down pockets and two bellows pockets here. So there isn't any hand warmer pockets, which is a bit of a nuisance, but apart from that, it's a great little coat and I like it, so didn't want to throw it out. And the wax has actually sort of brought it out and sort of retained the colour. It was a bit sort of blemished in places, it is now anyway with the wax, but you know, if you're going through sort of the woods and knocking around for something you're not too bothered about ripping, or you know, but this is absolutely ideal. I'm really pleased with the way it's come out. Depending on how well it does in the rain, I might give it another coat, but I think you've got to be, what I've read, you've got to be careful with waterproofing items because then they become too, they won't let the heat out, so there's no breathability. I think it feels about right now, it's not too heavy. But the wax, yeah, it's good. It's obviously doing its job, seems to be beading it a bit. And also I've got a short sleeve t-shirt on underneath, so I'll be able to feel it if I start to get wet. So I'll bring you back in about 10-15 minutes and see how we get on. So guys, this is the sort of conditions that I was hoping to sort of test this coat out, and I've been out quite a quarter of an hour, certainly nothing coming through, and the wax is doing its job. You just see there, it's starting to kind of, well, certainly beading off anyway, or it's not going through. I think the idea with wax, dispels or disperses most of the moisture, but with a cotton mix, inevitably it will go in, it'll dry, and your body heat dries off the material. That's the idea behind it, but nothing coming through. And like I said, I've got a t-shirt underneath, so I would feel it straight away. But another 10 minutes and we'll see how we go. But so far so good. It's going to be my go-to coat for scratching around in the woods. I'm pleased with it. So simple things. So there's also a hood in here, packaway hood, which is useful, so I'll wax that as well. But I always wear a hat anyway, so when I'm out and about, because I prefer to. But yeah, so far so good, really pleased with it. Okay, so I'm talking away here quite happily. This coat is still keeping me dry. The inside there's a bit of a lining. They've got buttons on the cuffs to make it tighter if you want, but the inside's got kind of a bit of a, as you can see, a bit of a line in there as well, to in between this and the coat, and that's on the sleeves. And then on the inside we've got kind of, there's a bit of a lighted quilt, so it's not too heavy. You're not going to get too overheated in this coat. And there's a nice internal pocket here, big enough to take your phone. Draw cords around the waist here, just want to bring it in a bit. I don't tend to use those, but I'll just demonstrate it. Just do that zip back up. Good zip. I'm pleased with this coat because it looks good. So, and there you go. One wax jacket ready for a bit of scratching around in the woods, as I like to call it. Others might call it bushcraft. I'm not a bushcrafter. I just enjoy being outdoors and enjoying the quiet. As I've been talking here, there's some sort of nice bird just sat on the post. I don't know what it is actually. So there you go, one coat upcycled, which I'm really pleased about. Looks good, fits well. It's nice. It's nicely fitting. I think really looking at it and I look at a lot of coats and things online, and this has got a similar cut to a Barbour Corbridge, I think it is, which I've also been looking at maybe for the winter for town and country. But I didn't want to throw this away, and I really love it. It's a really good coat. I like the colour of it. A lot of, it's quite stealth, isn't it, and subdued. A lot of sort of outdoorsy country people wear this sort of colour, and I just think it's a really nice look. So there you go. So yeah, so far so good. Really pleased with what I've done. Upcycled the coat. I've saved myself some money, and result, got myself a new coat. Upcycled coat. All right, guys, I'll bring you back soon.